Things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
MP, that's for 2. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Carter outside. Back to Fultz. Here's Houston. That one off the back iron and out. Bucks leading by 8. MP, that's for 2. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
To the middle. Here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
I really like the awareness from Fultz. It has an ability to know when one of his guys is wide open.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's right on the wing. Burks the pass to Hardy. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now, here's Suggs. Burks covering. Now, Suggs lets the 3 fly. No good on that one. MB getting it done for Milwaukee. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. Let's start out with a look at the recently announced Players of the Week. Out in the East, MP.
MP has certainly earned this award. He's a fierce competitor who contributes to his team in a variety of ways.
I love that he's never satisfied, always working on his game, which is a form of greatness in and of itself.
And looking at the first half we just watched, wow, what a performance for the Milwaukee Bucks.
It just kind of looks like they can do anything they want on the offensive end. And I think it's because they identified the matchups they wanted to exploit, and the other team hasn't adjusted, at least not effectively.
Yeah, smart approach coming into this game, and it's paying off. And that's a halftime wrap.
Robinson's checked in for Dwight Powell, and Doncic is subbed in for Grant Williams. They get a hand on it.
What is he doing?
And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And the pass to Toppin. Now Irving.
This man Giannis, bro.
Toppin sets a screen for Irving. Clock at 4. And he gets contact.
Yeah, he done lost his mind.
2 shots coming up.
Toppin has good athletic ability, and with that burst, he should find his way to the free throw line.
Both good from the line that time.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who are you going to pick to send to the free throw line? He's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Here's MP. Hits it again. Wow.
Can you believe it? He's done the unthinkable and tied the record for most points in a game.
Nobody can deny that this is one of the greatest individual efforts, GA, we've seen, not just in basketball, but I dare say in any sport. Complete scoring dominance.
100 points for him still sends shivers down my spine to say it, and this is a game that nobody thought could be matched. Wilt Chamberlain's half-century record has been matched here tonight.
Takes a 3. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Irving's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
It's got to be something else to be a teammate of Irving's. What a generational talent.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. Bucks trail by 12. Down low, here's Hardy. Robinson with the block. Right against Doncic. Outside Irving. The dish to Robinson. Dallas moving it around. Back to Doncic. Robinson a screen on right. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And he hits the jumper for two. Doncic has got the lead up to 14 now for Dallas. Inside. And got it. Another basket.
Kevin, I'm in disbelief. He set a new all-time record for scoring in a single game.
Well, Greg, a record that was for so long thought to be untouchable. He continues to amaze.
And MP now has one of the all-time records in sports history, passing Wilt's 100 mark. I never thought I'd see the day.
Oh, and a treat awaits us all as we get a chance now to hear from MP himself. Center court, mic in hand.
Wow, thank you. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Wow. Crazy. Yes, sir. Hey, we did this. We did this. Couldn't done it without you, bro. Thank you. We did this. Come on, come on. Go. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pop. Thank you. Man, we did it. Thank you. Thank you. Coach. For real. Thank you. Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wow. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Man, I can't believe this is real. 100 points. You know, I'm kind of mad they stopped the game, to be honest with you. It's better not throw me off my rhythm. You know what I mean? Listen, seriously, I don't know what to say. I just really want to get back out there, but thank you. Thank you to the fans. Y'all are awesome. Thank you. My family, my teammates, coach, all my coaching staff, the NBA. Shouts out to Wilt. Man, this is wild. I mean, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Wow.
Well spoken and such a likable player, isn't he, Greg? From Wilt Chamberlain to MP, a record none of us thought could ever be broken.
And Kevin, the entire NBA community, heck, the whole world. They just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep. And that has to be a relief.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Obi Toppin.
I like his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
Lobbed up there for Robinson.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Middleton inside the three-point line, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
If he's making shots like that, the teammates want to feed that confidence. Middleton with a sweet stroke.
7-second difference, shot and game clock to the middle. Here's Robinson, and the dunk by Robinson.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Down low, here's Middleton, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, Chris Middleton has the size in this league that you need to finish on the inside. Way to get that one up quick.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah. And the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that about wraps it up. For Brett Berry.
I am here with MP, the man who just broke the most unbreakable record in sports. MP, 100 points. How did you do it?
You know, I just couldn't miss. Nothing they did was working, and everything I did was working. Sometimes everything lines up perfect, and, you know, tonight was one of those nights.
Man, how are you going to celebrate?
Yeah, you know, me and my people are gonna definitely celebrate. You don't do something like this every day, so, you know, we're gonna do something special. That's for sure.
Well, whatever you decide to do, MP, it is so well earned. Congrats on one of the most incredible nights in the history of sports.
Thanks, Jamila. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
The unbreakable record has been broken. Can you try to wrap your head around what you just achieved?
I mean, my head's wrapped around it. It's everyone else who's losing their minds. I guess I get it. It's a lot of points, but when you have the talent, the drive, and the work ethic that I do, scoring points is routine. It's who I am. It's what I do. So this was never an unbreakable record to me, and this new record isn't unbreakable either. I mean, I might break it next time I play. That's how confident I am in my ability.
Let's go! Changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
They're going to close out a remarkable and dramatic NBA Finals with a tremendous win here in Game 7.
And while the series itself was dramatic, they didn't want any drama here in Game 7. They wanted to seal the win well before the final whistle. And boy, did they do it. A clutch performance on the biggest stage in basketball. Just a fantastic way to clinch that NBA championship.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Oh, that's it, folks. The Milwaukee Bucks have won it all. Wow! All the travel, all the practices, all the meetings, all the games, wins and losses, the emotion, the exhaustion culminating into tonight.
And whenever you win the NBA championship, there is a level of accomplishment and excitement that really can't be matched. But pretty amazing to have accomplished this goal.
The celebration is here, and this place is going crazy. The bench loves it. The fans obviously overjoyed. This is one of those moments these players will never forget. Let's go to the floor. Here is Adam Silver presenting the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
I told you this is our house. 2 times, baby. That's 2. That's 2. 10 more to go. Let's go! Hey! Hey!
I know there was people talking like that first championship was a fluke. Now he's got 2. Can't deny that, can you?
Jerry West, the great Los Angeles Laker, is literally the silhouette in the NBA logo, and for good reason. He finished his career averaging 27 points per game, the 4th highest average of any retired NBA player. He averaged 29.1 points per game in the playoffs, 3rd only behind Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson. Jerry West made so many big plays in big moments, they called him Mr. Clutch before they called him the logo anyway. And honestly, I'm not sure which nickname is cooler. They both belong in the Nickname Hall of Fame. First ballot. West was a combo guard who could run an offense like a point and pour in buckets like a 2. But he could also defend and made the all-defensive team the first year they handed out the award in 1969, every year until he retired in 1974. The one knock against him is he only won 1 championship.
Another year and another chance for my boy MP to dominate the competition. Now, Sam, I need you to go on record. Will MP get the 3-peat this season? The first since Kobe and Shaq did it in 2002.
Anything can happen, but I'm not betting against MP at this point.
It's a yes or no question, Sam. Will he 3-peat?
I mean, it depends. There could be injuries. One of the other MVP caliber guys could step up.
Yes or no?
It's not that simple.
Sure it is.
No, then I'm going to say no.
Then I'm going to say you're fired.
No, I'm not.
You're just trying to hurt me.
Accurate.
MP going crazy out there. He got his own swag, and it's off to the races. You feel me?
He was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And since entering the league as a second-round pick, Trey Jones has shown tremendous growth, Richard.
He is a playmaker who really knows how to take care of the ball. Already a solid mid-range shooter and continues to work on his three-point shot.
Now MP, here's the 3, and it's good! He hits another one!
And as he continues to fill it up, guys, he's nearing first place all time for points in the season.
Historically dominant. He's put them on his back all season long.
And Wilt Chamberlain scoring 4,029 points back in 1962. A whole different era, but to surpass that now would be almost inconceivable.
Lets the 3 fly. Doesn't go that time. Jones against Doncic. Outside Jones. Takes it inside. Shots blocked. MP way outside. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Hardy's got 6 points.
What focus from MP. He knows he's well behind the arc, but doesn't get inside his own head.
Outside Jones. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Making full use of that reach. Allen able to pluck the ball out of the air for that easy lob.
Pass to Lively. Antetokounmpo with it. Back to MP. Mobley with the block. Here's Okoro. Outside Jones. Oh, trying his luck from deep. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time. Oh, man. Again! What an avalanche!
That bucket does it. He's tied the top spot for points in a season.
Well, to call him a force on the offensive end wouldn't do him justice. This has been a season for the ages.
4,029 points. Can you believe it? I never thought I'd see Wilt Chamberlain's 1962 mark matched, but today is the day.
Hardy. Another one falls. Amazing.
A day has come that I thought we'd never see. He's done the impossible.
And it's a new record for points in a season. Incredible.
Yeah, all season long, MP has been chasing Wilt's record, and to see him break it here, it's something that everyone will remember for decades to come.
A historic season for MP, and he's at center court to give us a few words.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Hey, good stuff. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Hey, I love y'all. Thank you. I did this for y'all. This is for the fans. Couldn't have done it without y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go. That's right. Coach, Pop. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wow. This is amazing. I don't know what to say. You know, you dream of something like this when you're a little kid, but for it to actually be real? First of all, I want to thank the fans back home. I wish I could have done it in front of you guys, but just know I'm thinking of you. I also got to thank my teammates and my coaches. You don't score this many points without the trust of those you play with and play for, and without having a ton of talent around you. That's facts. You got my dad. Thank you, Dad. I love you. And, of course, my grandpa. Miss you, Grandpa. Love you. Miss you every day. And finally, you know, I got to thank the legends who came before me and who built this league into what it is today. Like guys like Wilt, MJ, Kobe, Kareem, LeBron, Giannis, Kawhi. I mean, the list goes on and on. It feels amazing to be up here right now, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you. I love y'all. Thank you.
It was a dazzling game for MP.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Hardaway against Highland. Kicks it to White. Here's Durant. Pass to Highland. So the Dallas Mavericks are the NBA champions.
Thanks for coming out, everyone.
Oh, to be crowned a champion on the road is something else. To win and to do it with a crowd that was so emotional and so into this game, you've beaten the team and you've conquered everything that this great arena holds.
Yeah, it's a bittersweet moment for the home crowd. But our full credit to the victors and the amazing job they did to never lose focus or drive. And boy, this is the moment they've been working towards all season long. And even though they don't get to celebrate in front of their home fans, does not take away from the satisfaction.
Let's take you to the presentation of the Larry O'Brien Trophy. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver doing the honors.
Hey, so you've been wearing your father's and your grandfather's jersey quite a bit this postseason. I don't think I noticed that in your previous 2 championship runs.
Right.
Any particular reason for that?
Man, coming into this championship run, I just been thinking about legacy and what that means. It all started with my grandfather and my father, of course. And, you know, I love them dudes. I love them. We'll be here without them. And I just want the world to know how much they mean to me. I love y'all.
Congratulations, MP. Well done.
You.
Well done.
Yeah, come on. Where you going? Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, let's go. We told you. We told you. Yes, let's go, coach. Woo!
Clean sweep, baby. Let's go.
Pete is always working on his game, always trying to improve. 3 down, I would not be surprised if he got number 4. 4 straight MVPs. Lock it in.
He's one of the all-time greats, man. It's that simple.
He's been the best player in the league for a long time now. It wouldn't surprise me if he won 3 more in a row.
So let's talk about MP's place in history. Now, obviously, he's the greatest to ever do it, but by how much?
MP's in the top tier. He's every bit the player that MJ, Kobe, and LeBron were, but choosing between them's impossible. They're from different generations and have different skills. Any of them could be the GOAT on any given day.
Wrong. It's MP today, yesterday, and tomorrow. It always has been MP, and it will always be
okay,
MP.
But what about a guy like Wilt? Every time I bring up one of his records, you say he's not even human.
True.
And a guy like Bill Russell, he had 11 championships. 11.
That's a good point.
And with all that, you're still telling me that MP is the GOAT. No question, no single doubt in your mind.
Yep.
Must be nice to never be conflicted about anything.
It really is. I sleep great at night.
Really? What's your bed setup like? How many pillows?
3.
See?
All right now, MP finna be the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? He taking y'all to the moon, yeah, past the moon, that way.
I didn't think somebody could win 3 MVPs. You know how the media like to choose a new thing, but he deserved it. He's a legend. I'm glad he got it.
Kobe Bryant won 5 NBA championships, the first 3 coming in a 3-peat with Shaq, the last 2 coming in back-to-back titles with Pau Gasol as his running mate. And you ask anyone who's won a chip what the toughest part about it is, and many of them will tell you defending it. Kobe Bryant successfully defended a title 3 times, and that speaks to his indomitable will. Yes, he had an incredible offensive repertoire, the closest guy to Michael Jordan not named Michael Jordan, but his will to win might be his defining characteristic. His approach to the game was so legendary they dubbed it Mamba mentality. With a lesser talent, that might seem grandiose, but with Kobe, it fit. Nothing stood between him and his goals. We can talk about his scoring titles, his 18 All-Star nods, his 12 All-Defensive teams, and a host of other accolades. But at the end of the day, Kobe Bryant was one of the greatest competitors to ever live.
Well, I don't even play
and it's
my
that
team
legacy
no more.
that MP upholds as he marches past
I got
him
so many
in the
good
record
cars
books.
on that account.
And you know what? I think if Kobe were here today, he'd say the same thing. He was an intense competitor, but he cared deeply about the health of the game. And I know he'd be thrilled to see that it was in such capable and legendary hands.
Every basketball fan around the world knows the legend of MP. Son of Prince, grandson of Truck, fearless competitor, tireless worker, winner. And while the seeds of all of this were planted long before I met him, the MP that I met was, in many ways, still a child. Now, I don't mean that as an insult. When he first walked into my office, he was only 19 years old. How many of you were fully formed adults at 19, huh? Shaq? I'm looking at you specifically, buddy. Now, what do I mean when I say he was a child? Well, for one thing, he had a child's enthusiasm for the game. MP hung on my every word when we first met. Listened to everything I said like it was the most important thing he had ever heard. I mean, he really did listen. You know, he'd go out and execute something you talked about in a film session like he'd been working on it his entire life. But he was a child in other ways, too. For one thing, he was obsessed with Ninja Turtles. I'm serious. He had the figurines and everything. He said they'd be worth a lot of money one day, but I'm pretty sure he played with them when no one was watching. What I'm trying to say is that MP was himself, first and foremost, from day one in the league until the day he retired. And while he did a lot of growing up over the years, that boyish enthusiasm for the game never left him. It's what made him great. He never lost that passion for learning and growing and getting better. And I'm pretty sure he still has those Ninja Turtle figurines laying around somewhere. Now, you can't talk about MP without talking about his accomplishments on the court. So, let me talk about some of the most impressive. He holds the record for most points scored in a single season. That's right. He scored more points in a single year than Wilt. More than MJ, more than LeBron, more than whoever your favorite's favorite is. MP was that dude. He holds the record for three-pointers made in a single season. Now, records are made to be broken, but it's gonna be a long time before we see someone that locked in for that long a period of time. He broke the most unbreakable record in sports, topping Wilt's famous 100-point game. I mean, come on! Will anyone who witnessed that masterpiece ever forget where they were when they saw it? I know I won't. I mean, I happen to have the best seats in the house, but still. Look, I could go on and on about the greatness of MP, but I know he likes to do that too. So, rather than step on all of his toes, allow me to introduce the man you are all here to see, the legend, the GOAT, MP.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And thank you, Coach Warren, for that beautiful introduction. Some people might be wondering why you took a few shots at me in my extremely valuable collectibles, but anyone who knows you knows you're a master motivator. And anyone who knows me knows I rise to the occasion when I've been disrespected. So once again, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me unlock the best version of me. Like Coach Warren just mentioned, people know my story by now. They know about my grandpa, the late, great Truck. They know about my father, Prince, and how he joined the league as a cocky kid, but left a champion. But what they might not know is that throughout my career, me and my dad would have these sprawling conversations late into the night, where we talk about the history of the game and my family's place in that history. One of my favorite memories from those conversations was the time my dad told me the story of my grandpa's first NBA game. My grandpa didn't have the advantages I had growing up. He was raised in the inner city by a blue-collar father and a stay-at-home mom. There were times when they struggled to put food on the table, but he never complained. He never asked, why me? He just put his head down and got to work. He could have taken the easy way out and did things he wasn't supposed to make a quick buck. But my grandpa, he wasn't built like that. He had love in his heart, and he wanted to make his parents proud. Now, don't get me wrong. If you mess with him or someone he loved, hey, well, trust me, you didn't want to do that. When it came time to fight for what was right, he never backed down. And that's the kind of ball player he was. He didn't have the most skill, but he had the most heart. He fought for a spot in the NBA like his life depended on it. Through sheer force of will, he got drafted by the Celtics in the 3rd round. He was sent to a minor league team to start his career, but he stayed ready. And it's a good thing that he did, because he only had 24 hours from the time he was called up to the time he had to guard Magic Johnson. And what did he do? He shut him down when everyone expected him to fall on his face. Nah, my grandpa, he rose to the occasion. I'll never forget the pride I saw on my father's face when he told me that story. He knew that if it wasn't for my grandpa's fierceness, loyalty, and unwavering belief in himself, neither of us would be where we are today. I love you, Grandpa. Thanks for everything. One of my favorite moments from those conversations was when my dad told me about the game that my grandpa outdueled Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Everyone remembers Truck as a defensive force, a great locker room guy, a valuable veteran mentor who showed young guys the ropes. But what most people don't remember is that the man could hoop. Now, that wasn't his strength, but when he felt like the team needed it, he wasn't afraid to get into his bag. If you don't believe me, watch the game. For those who need a refresher, the Pistons lost their first 3 matchups with the Bulls that year, and Coach Daly was sick of it. So during the 4th game, when MJ went out for 11 of the Bulls' first 12 points, my grandpa got the call to come in and knock MJ around a little, bad boy style. But Grandpa had other plans. He knew that what the team needed that day was for someone to go toe-to-toe with his airness. And by the time the dust settled, defensive stalwart Truck had outdueled the great Michael Jordan. The thing that I love about that story is that it shows a side of my grandpa most people didn't get to see. He sacrificed for his family, and he was a really serious guy, but he loved life, and he loved the game of basketball. And every once in a while, that fun-loving guy would come out of his shell and show the world that you can't pigeonhole someone, no matter how well you think you know them. One of my favorite memories from those conversations was the time that my dad told me about his first game against the late, great Kobe Bryant. People might remember that my dad was on fire that game, and you might expect him to be proud of that. But it turned out to be the worst thing for him, because it gave him too much confidence. You need to believe in yourself to make it in this league, for sure. But the flip side to that is you have to stay hungry. And sometimes, when you get early success, it can go to your head. That's what happened to my dad. He took his foot off the gas and was left behind. For a little while, anyway. The great thing about this story is it ends in triumph. Rather than whine and sulk his way out of the league, he got his head screwed on straight, got to work, and ended his career a champion. Growth isn't linear. When you think things can only go up, they go down. And when you think things can only go down, hey, they go up. My dad learned that the hard way, but he learned it. And that perseverance is something I'll always respect about him. One of my favorite memories from those conversations is when my dad told me about shutting down the great LeBron James in the NBA Finals. I love you, LeBron, don't get me wrong, but this is my moment, so I gotta tell this story. That's not always easy for someone like him. My dad could hoop. He had everything in his head. But the proudest moment of his career was Game 4 of the Finals, when he used every last ounce of energy he had to shut down the greatest player on the planet. And again, I'm sorry, LeBron, but he held King James to under 10 points. Do you understand how wild that is in that moment? Lots of people still think he's some brash kid with no respect for the game. But those who knew him and love him like I do understand that he's a human being, one who learned from his mistakes and came out on the other side a better ball player and a better human being. My family paved the way for me, and I had every advantage growing up. But once I got to the NBA, they couldn't play the games for me. And as a lot of you remember, my first game was the most hyped debut since LeBron James. All eyes were on me, and everyone expected me to be spectacular. So what did I do? I went out there and stunk it up. I mean, I was bad. People don't think of me that way now, obviously. I've had a lot of success, or I wouldn't be here. But in that moment, I was nervous, sweating, shaking, scared. It just goes to show, people you look up to, people you think are invincible, we failed more times than you can imagine. If you want something bad enough, don't let failure stop you. Learn from it, and you grow. And if you keep working, you'll reach your goal. One of the most important things you can do if you want to have success is to set goals. And me, being who I am, I set some pretty lofty ones for my rookie season. I wanted to be the first player in NBA history to win Rookie of the Year, MVP, a championship, and Finals MVP. And I did it. People said I was crazy, but I knew I had the talent and the drive to do what had never been done before. It might sound cocky, but what's cocky when you can back it up? To me, that's just being honest. When people talk about my career, one of the first things they mention is how many championships I've won. And when I meet people for the first time, one of the most common questions I get is, what's it like to have more championships than Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Most people think I'll talk about the glory, the money, the fame. But when I think about those championships, I think about the people I shared those moments with. Winning means nothing if you have no one to share it with. So I'd like to thank every teammate, every coach, every friend, every family member, and every mentor who was there for me during my playing days. Without you all beside me, the winning wouldn't mean a thing. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I do want to touch on this GOAT discussion that's been making the rounds after a couple of high-profile pundits have named me the best to ever do it. On the one hand, it's flattering. When you work as hard as I do at something like this, of course, a part of you wants to be the greatest. But what a lot of people in my situation won't admit is that so much of what I've accomplished comes down to luck. Yes, I made the most of my situation. But if I'm 5'0", basketball is completely off the table for me. I got lucky with my genes, lucky with my family, and lucky to be born where I was, when I was. So if you consider me the GOAT, well, I appreciate that. I'm proud of that. But to all the people in the world who can't do what I do, who aren't rich or famous, I want you to know that you're loved for who you are by the people who matter most. And that's way, way more important than anything you can do on the basketball court. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I thank you. Thank you for your time.
You said what? Like just now? Should come later, bro.
Ay, 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 ay. ¿Dónde están los que alzan la mano? Y nos vamos. Por el Vaticano, llama a tu mai pa' pedirle la mano. Ey, estaba en el cuando con una diabla me encontré. Estaba vendiendo el alma y de una se la compré. Ella está bien rica, la amiga más rica. Sí. ¿Dónde estamos? Yo
Why you
no
say
sé.
that?
¿Quién tú eres? Yo no sé. Dios mío, perdóname, porque otra vez pequé.
Bro, you don't be getting mad at
Yo
me,
lo
bro.
sé, vamos a... Yo lo sé, Dios mío, perdóname. Ey, ey, la disco está prendida porque llegué yo. ¿Quién es el más duro? Todos saben que yo. El capo está en contra, por ley se guayó. Conectado en PR y en Nueva York. York. Esta la hice para sacarlo por el techo. ¿Qué más voy a hacer si ya yo te lo he hecho? Ya yo te lo he hecho, sí. Esto es lobo en la Fania. Tony Kroos en Alemania. El que le enseñó a Harry cómo se hace magia. El más duro en PR, mudate pa' Pensilvania. Sí, no te molestes. No te molestes. Ojalá sueñes conmigo cuando te acuestes. Hola, Yale. Madre soltera, así como Licha. Ey, me beso con villana. Me beso con Toquicha. Ey, el que no le guste, es porque no. ¿Dónde estamos? Yo no sé. ¿Quién tú eres? Yo no sé. Dios mío, perdóname, porque otra vez pequé. Yo lo sé, vamos a... Yo lo sé, Dios mío, perdóname. Ey, tal vez mi...
PlayStation